Hello there everyone, and welcome back to more Total War Warhammer. Queek is now making his triumphant return back after unlocking both the Dwarf Gouger and the Warp Shard armor, and I am looking forward to getting value out of this. It just remains to be seen how to best make use of it, but I have a few ideas, especially since I think what I'm going to do is finally deal with our Dwarven friends way down here that have quite a bit of wealth to them. I honestly should have been trying to benefit off that, shouldn't I? Oh well. Is it? I still need food, really. I am kind of negative in the food, so my current route, I'm maximizing on that, hasn't really been terrible, and yeah, 10% income from the local settlement, so I'm still getting some value out of it, arguably. Maybe not as much as I could, but otherwise, I am in the process on trying to optimize my empire a little bit, and I think without a doubt I should try and fortify as much as I can too with garrisons. It seems like the prudent course of action, as well as the other things I mentioned in the last episode, where I like to try and upgrade a lot of these structures that give me more hero capacity, and ideally, well, yeah, this doesn't actually upgrade the levels. For some reason I saw it did, but it increases capacity, so maybe I don't want to go that route, but having more access to Stormverm is still pretty good. What would be a good alternative with that said? As I don't really have anything else that helps with my growth and experience at all. The honest truth of the matter is, I thought maybe there was a possibility, but I guess not. Which makes my choices a little more simpler, I suppose. Yeah, this increases capacity of assassins, which I guess demolishing that was possibly a bad idea, but I do want to recruit ranks, and we do have one of those available at least, or at least getting built, and I have reason to build more of them now. It's just sadly not possible for me with these smaller settlements and cities. So I don't know what to do with you with that said, but let's just quickly run over all the other settlements, get them upgraded as appropriate, as I would like to get these as fortified as possible. And you're the settlement down here, yeah. I can afford to buy that. I do want Carrick Azog back. Sadly, I invested quite a bit in that, and I didn't give it quite the garrison it was supposed to have either. A bit of a oversight on my part, I guess. But we're in a position to take it back at least, and Grimgor is on the move. And if I could slow him down, that'd be great. It's not likely to succeed, but it's worth chancing, right? And it is a success. And Grimgor is far enough away that I can intercept him. Potentially. Although problem is, how much attrition damage is this? I sadly can't get the Selma here, so I might as well go straight for Grimgor. And what's his army? He is in the process of replenishing. It's just a question, is this the right idea to just dive on him and chance the fact that I might get ambushed? Although ambush is pretty even and pretty fair, so maybe it's just I can't retreat if I do get trapped. So if I do get ambushed, I can engage him still. But ideally, I want to cut him off. Oh, Grimgor's not going to take the bait. But he is slowed down, that's going to help a ton. And you have good access to spells. Which I do have. Do I have room for you? Yes, I do have room for another Warlock. Which is kind of important as I don't really have the best selection of spells against Black Orcs. Which I might do. It doesn't say you're good against armored targets. So I think I want Flensing Ruins, which does reduce armor against the Black Orcs. That's all I can really say there. But reduced armor sounds good. And yeah, Is really anything here good against armor besides the Flensing Ruins? And that is expensive as hell, too. Considering I'm fighting Black Orcs, it's still probably worth it. In all honesty. But still, that feels a lot more expensive than it probably needs to be. Either way, Queek, you're going to continue jumping around, get back to your territory, and I think we're going to start spying on our little friend down south again. How long do I want to wait? Because I only... Well, it helps if I see if there's any structures being built before I get another chieftain. That might help with the level up some. I do want to save some of my money, as that settlement's good, this settlement's good. And that gives me food. I'm just wondering what exactly levels me up. There's just a bell, I think. Which sadly I can't benefit from the very best here. So what do I replace that for? Cannot be built in minor settlements. Well, actually, I already know the answer to that, because Serpent Coast, needs fortified entries just in case. Primarily, I'm thinking for more savage orcs or hordes to come by. And the same with this region here, the Cursed Jungle. Fortify, garrison, and at least that way I should be okay for any future attacks. Ideally. And you are fully garrisoned. Now it's just a question of what I want to do with you, which I think we go sailing for a bit. Go on a bit of another kind of journey. Ideally. Let's see how that plays out. I don't know what to expect with this. I think there's a chance on being ambushed, but I'm not 100% certain on that. And I would love to grab the dominating scheme, as I am going to pretty soon be replacing Queek's army, and that's going to help immensely for that. Never mind, the growth in food is going to be welcome. Let's do it. This is the rise of my expansion. If we can deal with Grimgore, the orcs probably won't have a whole lot left up here. It's just a question if I am foolish in thinking I can take on Grimgore. But at least we can deal with the Hag, which is good enough. Completely remove their spell possibility, which I am not against. Although, now I kind of want this assassin to join the fight next turn too. If I'm so honest. And I have 7 skill points left to throw on stuff. How do I want to optimize you? Melee attack seems fine. Magic resistance could be good, but that's more for damage, honestly, than anything else. Let's see, 7 and 12. Yeah, these are the exact same, so I might as well grab the one that gives me better bonus. Now, you continue scouting. I don't think I'm going to have you harass, because you don't really have the money to harass. But how's Kazakh 8 Peak? It's currently level 3, so it is very breakable right now if I were to attack quickly. We will see if that is an option in the future. Because you're fully maxed out there. You got probably... Well, you could get a better garrison, I suppose, but... If I could strike quickly, that would be great. But I want to deal with the dwarves down south too before they actually start getting brave. But time is limited if I want to minimize the amount of forces I have to go up against up there. And my Warlock Engineer, Warlock Master could probably do it. With a little bit of help from his friends here. Otherwise, that looks like everyone's moved. Let's continue on with the next turn. And what technology is this? Distilled poisons for plague monks, which I do need to get them back. At least the census bearers. Well, Grimgore thinks he can take me on, and he's probably not entirely wrong. Now, I gotta be careful of my food growth. is definitely down quite tremendously. And I don't have the reinforcements I would have liked.
No.
But I probably could cripple these guys really well, especially the Black Orcs, the Warlord's Boys, and 8 Peak Loonies. I believe one of these is unbreakable. Yeah, so extra leadership is not helpful for you. And what's your gimmick? Just immune to psychology, stalk. I don't know what's unique. Oh, armor sundering. Which, joke's on you, I don't really have much armor sundering. But let's take them out. Attempt to. And I learned from these past experiences the Black Orcs need to go. And then everything else will slowly crumble through sheer firepower. And we have to deal with the swamp things as well. Which could be a bit problematic. At least a little bit, but I do have a couple of spears, but not much. And I do have the sap cannon for shooting down the trolls specifically. Dealing with their front line should not be a huge threat, but dang it, I'm not a fan of this layout here. How do I take advantage of this? Although there is a lot of travel that's required. So maybe I can have these just... the Warp Lightning can go on up with the Rattling Gunners. And I did cut out, I just realized, one of the Rattling Guns too, which is definitely something I'm going to have to keep in mind. If I can get this point up here, that would be great, but I got too many rats to kind of spread them out and deploy properly. Yeah, especially now that that positioning is kind of awful. So let's fix this properly. Make sure they're facing the right direction. And hopefully I can get up here relatively quickly before the orcs become too much of a problem. As I need the saps to get up there, which they aren't exactly very fast, but I don't know if that's accounting for their inability to run. Then we have Globadiers, we have Warlord. Get them up there. Globadiers, yeah, you just get in part of Group 2, I believe. I guess that might be the best use for you. And you can start crippling the Black Orcs for me too. I think the Plague Claws also go up there in all honesty. I don't know if it's a ridiculous idea or not, but worst case, hopefully I could do enough damage to kind of follow up, even if I do retreat in some form. This is going to be a mess without a doubt, though. Actually, let me group everything. That will help a little bit. And then just have everything move up. Let's get up there quickly in time to kind of greet them appropriately. Because if I can get on this lower ground, that helps a lot.
As you wish.
Especially for the Rattling Gunners. As they benefit nicely from that.
Hurry. It shall be done.
Saps are almost in position. Plague Claws are almost in position. And I gotta watch carefully for when they get in range so I can start shooting right away. Ideally.
Now move. On the rat's will.
Gunners there. Gunners there.
Yes.
You go over here.
It shall be done.
You hopefully go over here. Now I gotta find the trolls so I can shoot them.
Murder, kill, kill.
Yeah, that looks like amazing shots there.
Good orders.
I would like to hit the center here, ideally.
Nasty things die.
Now, just soften them up and do what damage we can in the meantime.
Clan rats. Fight, attack.
Giselles may not be the best spot,
Missiles. Fight, fight.
but if we can cripple them, that helps. And where's my storm vermin?
Vermin. Skaven flight command. Blade blower catapult.
Yeah, the trees are kind of blocking a lot of these shots, which is a bit of a problem.
Warlock moves.
Yeah, you're not good against enemies. Units as a sort, but
Orders. Rattling gun. Warlock Giselles.
can we wreck these things quickly, ideally?
Blade blower catapult. Deep bite.
Because I'm not really getting the best shots I want here. It's happening again.
Our tail's yours. As master desires. Tails forward. Skaven. Yes, yes. Place.
You are just not shooting. It's happening again on me.
Cannon. Retreat, retreat.
Alas.
Clan rats. Storm vermin. Skaven. Yes, yes. All die.
It's just the layout is terrible for me.
Vermin.
Because now these guys are, again, not shooting a goddamn thing.
Retreat, retreat. Behind ya.
And hopefully you guys can actually shoot a bit.
Back underground. What? Add what?
Victory is still possible though, but okay. Now that I'm actually able to shoot, it helps a bit.
That'll move. Tunnel dead.
Alright, get everyone back in here, especially my chieftain that's rebelling.
Quick, quick, go. Yes, yes. It shall be done. Counselor's command.
Oh, these are rats. For some reason I thought this was...
Move.
Come on, select my proper units. Ideally.
What? Warlock master.
Don't think this is gonna work out very well now, alas. I really need those things to shoot and they're not doing it.
Mud scurry dancer. For the Valentine. Stop it, go.
Yeah, I had a bit of advantage, now it's no longer there. Just because everything's breaking at this point.
Advance retreat. What?
Including my warlock at the moment, who's not much of a fighter to be fair, but still.
Shriek. Crease on the car. Globadiers.
Can we finish off these dang black orcs now?
Rick-a-rat.
Ideally.
Bad. Scabber, go. Council's command. Agreed.
What I think really works best for these guys is to somehow flank with them.
Master.
I don't know how realistic that is, though. Because right now... Oh, the Giselles are shooting, finally.
Clan chieftain.
But we still have to deal with Grimgore, so it's not like I'm in a good shape here to actually win this fight now.
Globadiers.
And knowing my luck that
Blade claw catapult.
I'm not going to be able... I really want to figure this out. I thought I had a good position, the high ground would have allowed me to shoot, but no, I couldn't shoot at all there. I have too many rats, simply put. Kind of just in the friggin' way.
Glenrod spears. Storm vermin.
I'm going to restart this. Simply because I want to figure out how to get the positioning figured out, dang it. My strategy relies so much on the Rattling Gunners actually doing their dang job, and they're sadly not doing it. Which is a bit of a problem. I don't think I probably still would not have won, but we've seen I crushed Grimgore before, and that's with my one settlement. Reinforcements not doing a damn thing besides just being in the way, which again would have really hindered my Rattling Gunners. So I want to restart this, essentially. Okay, let's give this another try, and I think I'm going to do this a little bit differently. I'm just going to have the spears not even bother being on the flank, and instead just have them behind everyone else until the cavalry decides to move up. If I can be so bold to get away with that strategy. I don't know what to do with the storm vermin so much, besides them maybe being the frontline fodder, or at least taking the hits there for the black orcs. But ideally, I want everyone moved up as far forward. I want them to get back to their points as quickly as possible, and then just have the gunners just, well, why is this positioning awful? There we go. I just want them on the side and just pepper them with whatever clear shots they can get. Hopefully I can make that work. And then we'll see how the catapults do, but helps. Oh, that's the warp lightning. I don't want to move you. Helps if I spread out the catapults a little bit too. Storm vermin are set. Plague claws are set. And we'll see how this works. I didn't really use my wizard the best, but again, he doesn't really have a lot of spells that are effective against the orcs either, which is a bit of a problem. But having them in front can be helpful. Now, Rattling Gunners, you go over there. And hopefully we can somehow make this work. I want to make this work because I should be able to. I just don't know how to best do that, though. Rattling Gunners, you just go over here. And then we'll worry about Mez below protecting you if it's actually needed. And also, I'm just going to rotate my camera. That'll make life a little bit easier since I can see my entire army that way. We will see. Although the trees were protecting against the orcs pretty damn well too, so that's another thing I need to be pretty mindful of.
We obey. Guide us onward.
Storm vermin gain position. Spears, I don't know what to do with you besides just get behind the gunners in case. Because this is really damn cramped.
At once. Tails forward. Kill, yes. Storm vermin.
Must start shooting. Ideally. Start crippling. And work from there. Where are my other spears?
Agreed. Yes.
There they are. And let's turn off skirmisher mode, I guess. That might help a bit. Maybe not much, but it might help. Although, position my warp lightning is not very good with that said. Rattling guns are almost set. Shoot at the Jezzails. Fire the Rattling guns.
Heck moving.
And if possible, just obliterate these things. But again, I don't have very good spells. I'm not liking it.
Please warp me.
Why are you not shooting? Why the heck are you not shooting right now?
Kill, kill. March, got it, yes. Rattling your gun.
That I have no explanation for, and it really sucks.
Slay stab. Valentine. Rattling gun.
I thought they were safe, but I guess not.
Now, ready now.
Although I do need to try charging as well, which could help a bit.
Blade
And this is a bit of a cramped mess right now, too.
Death Warlock. Warlock moves.
Nope, that warp lightning's not very good. The orcs are dancing around a bit.
Archvale's yours. Retreat, retreat.
Come on.
Yes, yes. Quick, quick.
Fire will is on, but you're not shooting.
Agreed. Yes, yes.
Why?
Stab, stab. Yes, yes. Die, die.
This is not at all annoying right now.
Rattling your gun.
Because my Rattling Gunners did absolutely nothing in that fight
Die, die.
on the left. And that was pretty damn important, so what the heck just happened there? Let's try this again. I think what I'm just going to do this time is not even bother going to the high ground, as I don't think I was even doing any real damage because of the trees with my siege weaponry. And with the problems my Rattling Gunner's not even doing friggin' damage or attacking, that makes it very problematic, so instead just let them come to me already, dang it.
Clan rat spears.
And let's see
Clan rats.
about bolstering this roster a bit, or at least doing a better job somehow back here.
Clan rat spears.
And again, I'm going to have the spears kind of behind the Rattling Gunners this time, which hopefully will help, if only slightly.
Rattling gun.
And I can have these guys just concealed at the proper time to
What? Orders.
ideally contribute to their shots.
Clan rat spears.
Yeah, Jezzails are kind of in the water, which I'm not really fond of. Maybe I back up a bit more, because the water will slow them down if they try to advance. And I'm not against that.
Globadiers.
It just means I am closer to the back border, which probably isn't much of an issue, really, that I make it sound. But we will see. I don't even think I need these in a long arc like that, do I? I could have them a bit narrower. And they should still be able to shoot between each other, right? I don't know if that's actually true, but it's a good opportunity to learn some specific mechanics, and I also learned my friggin' lesson. Just have these guys looking forward a bit. And then have them engage after that. They are at risk of being run down, which is what Menace Below is supposed to help with.
Ready, ready.
Some storm vermin, and also
All vermin.
just, yeah, Menace Below, spears, and I should be all set there.
Claw catapult.
I just don't know what the Warp Lightning and Plague Claws are going to shoot at, ideally. But they do damage over time, so ideally I want them hitting two separate targets, I think, for that alone. And you just cause ability recharge time, which isn't all that significant, as I'm not even aware of what abilities they're even utilizing, if any.
Now, ready. Death Warlock.
And I could probably just use the Warlock kind of aggressively to see if he can get a couple light thunderbolts in as well while we're waiting. Let's see if I regret that or not.
Stop!
Just get up there, spot for us, and see what we can do. I feel like I should be able to win this. How quickly we demolished Grimgore should be an indication that that is possible.
Ready, steady, kill!
I just want to know what I'm doing wrong, and it probably has a lot to do with the dang Rattling Gunners not doing their friggin' job.
Warlock Master!
And otherwise I could probably speed this up a bit. That's not a terrible idea. I will have to deal with chariots and all that, but if they're separate, then that just gives me free time to shoot them,
Make things dead!
which isn't really a bad thing. Let me turn off skirmisher mode and hope they friggin' shoot this time.
Doing it!
Now, let me try and remember my control groups, as most of these don't really do crap for me.
Warlock Master!
They are going to be arriving soon,
Bringing doom!
and I don't think I want to try lightning sapping a chariot of all things.
Horned rats where? Go going! Scuttle move! Over here!
Alright. I don't know if that did any damage, but we're going to see him pretty soon.
Quick, fast! Quick, quick, duck! Warlock moves!
Obliterate them, but again, gotta be mindful of the orcs still.
Engage!
The black orcs are the biggest threat, and please shoot now. You are not friggin' shooting. Thank you. Although,
Nasty things die! Keep moving! Get still! For the Vermintide!
there, you're broken.
Yes!
Obliterate them. Yeah, blast them, ideally.
Go! Engage! Equal catapult! Return attack!
And we are getting some good shooting in. Some good DACA for once. And while I am aiming this ahead, we'll see if it works. Because I need to use my dang spells in some forms too.
What orders? At once! As you wish! Hell sequence start! Ready! Ready now! Warlock Master!
Alright. Get Miss below up there. The trolls are getting wrecked, that's fine. And hopefully I could do some good damage here. Well, they hopefully get the hell out.
Ready! Guide us! Ready! Stop!
Nope, just go back over here actually.
Yes, Master Lord!
Come on. You can run. Now get over there and run away from Grimgore.
We obey. Equal catapult. Person, hurry! Die!
Alright, Storm Vermin, you do your thing.
We obey. Fight attack!
Start debilitating, start bombing. And if possible, start obliterating what's in our way. Gonna be hard to do, because I don't know where the biggest clump of bodies are, if I'm serious.
Clan rats. Any claw catapult. Clan rat spears. Good.
Let's see, those are the gunners. So let's get them out of there.
Back underground. Faster. Scurry.
And let's see, yeah, let me get my lord over here to help rally that. Although I do need to somehow deal with Grimgore, which is going to be a bit problematic. And those are my storm vermin getting wrecked too. Let's keep that in mind.
Stay run. Yes, yes. Get to the left. Retreat, retreat. Rocket-attack. Scuttle move.
They're the 8-peak loonies, are they? No, they're just regular. Oh, they could actually be the 8-peak loonies. I think that's a mechanic of theirs where, because of the fanatics, it tries to conceal which ones are actually fanatics. I think that's actually... I think that actually is 8-peak loony right there, so I need to kill them.
Ready. Steady.
There's no easy way about it.
Rattling gun.
But, without a doubt, this is much bigger success right now.
Here, stay. Very good, master.
I just gotta shoot Grimgore,
Horde rat will.
and I don't know the best way to go about that. Just Death Frenzy is the best I could think of.
Ruin it. Yours. Must retreat.
Finish these guys off.
Straight, straight.
If possible, shoot down Grimgore.
Warlock master.
And just buff everyone with Frenzy. Which probably doesn't help much. Well, it's not really Frenzy, to be fair. But I'm probably hurting myself more than them, let's be honest.
Warlock master. Ready to roll, Lee.
8-peak loonies are still alive. The cursed things just refuse to die.
Clan rats.
Hey, Clan Rats, you go buffer. How? 67 health. These things are almost dead. But yeah, this is actually a victory, and it's because I tried to be smart and use actual proper elevation, but another factor was probably because these trees were blocking a lot of the siege weaponry shots too. But that went better. How many of my own troops am I killing is the honest question right now. Another 10 seconds for Death Frenzy, and I do have abilities I need to use. Although again, I don't really have a lot of options for spells, do I now? Alright. I told you it was possible. I just gotta understand the nuances of this dang army. And lacking proper elevation makes that difficult. Sure. I did try and restart it multiple times, but again, I want to learn the nuances. I think that's going to be more helpful here, especially when I know, in this specific case, that I can win this dang battle. And we've seen that is true. How effective were my rattling gunners? Although, with them charging in headlong like they did with the cavalry, that's probably is a lot of the reason why that happened. But without doubt, my range weaponry did all the work, and my buffer units did absolutely nothing. Are we really expecting anything else? Ooh, what's going on here? Mechanical Claw? And this is a weapon, isn't it? Bonus versus large sounds really good, but drops loyalty tremendously. Oh, and of course I don't know which dang lord this even is, which is even more annoying. But I'm gonna take the claw and hope I can take advantage of that. Grimgore's down, I get a Wailing Banner. Causes fear and terror. Technology for plague monks. Now I gotta figure out this loyalty issue. As I do like the mechanical claw, but I'm thinking it's a weapon,
Selgoff!
and I don't think I can use it on you.
Master of Scryer!
Oh,
Poison after.
would that even be a good choice? Armor piercing damage. I don't know if you're appropriate for it, and loyalty is a bit of a concern, but if you could level up, that would help a ton. But
For Lord Warlock!
we could probably get you your loyalty next turn by sieging Kazakh Agal.
Magic missile!
And I can only steal technology here, which is not terrible, but I already talked about embedding you into this army,
Kill things!
especially with how weakened I am right now.
For Horned Rat! Warp bridge intact!
Assault Garrison, that is terrible odds. I am not doing that.
Scurry forward!
And you have a max army currently, which should help with your loyalty a bit. Oh, there's my census bearers. I'm wondering why I didn't have access to them, but I think it was because I was not in friendly territory.
Great
If I had to guess.
Yes!
I'd like to assassinate you, please.
Assassinate!
Goodbye. Additional chance at assassinating. Good combination.
Chance.
And I could have had my assassin in bed here for regen, which probably would have been good, but let's see. And I have a lot of siege weaponry I don't need. I don't need to build up resources. We could just take this now. Hopefully. And that will give us some good loyalty. It's just going to be dragged out quite a bit. But
Panic!
like
please.
before, we don't need to see this. Well, that was an incredibly messy experience, since for some reason my Plague Claw catapults just refused to shoot at the towers for some reason. But thankfully they were able to still shoot the walls down and the gates, which gave me a little bit of damage, but that cost a little bit more damage than I probably would have liked. Unfortunately, the only big positive is Shife here managed to actually get a very successful Scorch finally, almost nearly wiping out a Goblin squad, but they were kind of just standing on the point to defend, to give you that visualization on how that looked. But I think I have a little bit of understanding how to utilize it now. I would like to upgrade you back up, but
Take for Scryer!
I don't think I'm going to do that now, not until I can get my food problem sorted out. But we have the province again.
Warlock
We have
Master of
suspiciously
Scryer.
loyal,
Chance.
which is going to be good. Oh, and you get access to Firminous Valor through that. I wasn't aware of that, but I'd like you to try and keep this lord loyal for me. And that one victory did help
He will live
with his
to
loyalty
die.
issue a bit. It felt nice. Oh, and it wasn't even upgrade, so that must have been my other warlock that used upgrade it or overcast its Scorch. Either way, it was a good shot finally. And I'm starting to see possible value in that. It is again a question if I should give him a Doomflater or Doomwheel at all or not. Although it does beg the question, what does he do otherwise on foot, since he's not really a fighter anyway, in all seriousness. So I can't really say no to going that route. Either way, we'll give you Invasion. That gives you speed, which kind of combos with the Doom Wheel. It's just, again, which way I prefer more. It helps if I can actually check what the traits are here. I want to go see what the traits are there, but well, one of them causes terror. And I think is unbreakable, or is that just resilience? Again, I'm left a little bit in the dark, but another success is another
Machines and
success.
sorcery!
And in the meantime, let's continue just building up my infrastructure a bit, getting it back up.
Get out me head!
And continue our way over to deal with Grimgor's forces before he gets recalled. Now, Warlock, I don't mind you increasing mobility for a time. What other options do we have? Flensing Ruins. Oh, you didn't have access to upgrade Scorch Eater? Then who actually overcasted the dang Scorch spell? Is what I'm honestly wondering. Oh, it's because you leveled up, that's why. That makes a little more sense, maybe. Now, what do we find here? I was wondering if there was anything there. Let's see, your army will perform better. Your army will perform better on campaign. Yeah, let's get the Sunken Treasure. Yeah, Lion Sight and Drop Chance. Probably not all that exciting, but the Charm Shield could be good for something, maybe. Although I am honestly wondering if I could sell some of this stuff to help with get some money that way. As I don't think I really need... Yeah, I think I have too much equipment. Never mind, I have 2 of those dang shields at the moment. I'm pretty certain I do. And it's going to be a while till you get to grow 4. But you're kind of set up to help increase growth a good amount. You're giving me food. We'll upgrade you. I thought maybe this gave me a level up spot. Gain access to Storm Vermin here is still good, as I'm going to need to get Storm Vermin pretty soon for Queek. And I'd rather have the cheaper version, if at all possible.
This is Dark Omen.
Upgrade you to level 4. And I don't have any more money for anything else at the moment. And that begs the question, what route do I go? Well, defenses. I talked about that too. We'll start making preparations, and Queek will
Need more trophies. Yes, yes.
start getting his levels in, or at least start building up his army next turn. Now, how many points? Oh, I have to spend 6 points? Wow. I wasn't expecting that, but that's fine by me, I suppose. I can benefit from the charge bonus. How big is that? 12%? Yeah, and that gives ammo for Doom Wheels, which isn't terrible. And oh, this also gives armor for the Doom Wheels and Doom Flayers. Okay, I should have looked through all of that benefit, I guess. But let's max out the Storm Vermin and Plague Monks, shall we? That would be ideal for me.
I have taken.
And welcome back there, Queek.
Scotty says quick.
We will get you ready for war pretty soon. Let's see. Improvements to Plague Monks. I don't care about corruption provinces. And what do you get? Ambush success chance, which can't overlook, but let's get hallucinogenics. Make these guys even better, especially since I'm going to be getting a couple of these units pretty soon. Ideally. Commitments available here. I would like more food. Growth is kind of nice to get this back up in operation, or get this operating pretty quickly too. I'm going to have to see if that is the case. Or I'm going to have to look and see how my food growth is, because I am getting a surplus at the moment, but again, who knows what that's going to be for next turn. And no, I don't care about you, or your growth, or repairing rather. And I want to make money and food off you, ideally, which you're currently doing. Next turn, we'll focus on a little bit more food. And go from there. Alright, now I have an objective for Karaksorn. Where is that? Oh. I don't think I'm going to take care of it in 12 turns, and even then, the reward's not all that exciting. But is this Grimgor back? Nope, not quite. But they are building up quickly. And I need to take that seriously.
Get off, kid.
And I don't quite have the replenishment to fight them.
Yes, yes.
I could almost quite literally get up there in a single turn, though. It's a bit of a bold play. Better strike while the iron is hot, but... And this is a small minor settlement. I could take this out. No. Oh, wait. Azag's a slaughterer, no less. Okay. Looks like you've been getting your ass beat too there, Azag. And you can't say no to 69, and this will cripple you, so I'm gonna take it. Good. I don't know if I can reach them. It looks like I can, and this is worth chancing. Let's go on a rampage. Bit even odds, but I have the range weaponry, I have the siege weaponry. I should demolish them with good odds. With a little bit of luck. Again, I just gotta learn how to maximize the potential of my dang gunners. Otherwise this is gonna go in disaster. Especially since I didn't auto quick save. I wonder if I can save in combat before it starts. That might save us a little bit of time. But I think I'm starting to figure it out. It's a question of this layout because it looks like there's a high ground point right here. Nice slope that they're going to benefit from. Oh no, I recognize this layout. This is way back from when we first started. It was just very misleading. Now, again, it's a question on how to best use this layout, which honestly does just straight up benefit me. I gotta position myself properly. It's really all that it comes down to. And I should, without a doubt, be able to crush these guys. Oh. I did not pay attention to who the reinforcements were. But this is the settlement. And it's a good thing I'm placing the plague claws over here, just in case they are going to come in. And I'm wondering if positioning these plague claws like this is better for me or not. As hopefully they could just rotate rather than this annoying turn that they tend to do when I want them to change directions. Jezzails and warp blocks are going to start pummeling these guys. That's probably a good way to go about it. But let's not get too complacent. I do need range weaponry over here. Just in case. And I do have concealment on them, so if I'm smart about this, they should be okay. They should be okay. Especially with them hiding in the trees. Gotta pay very close attention to how this is gonna work out. As if I'm not paying attention to their boars or boar boys or any of those units, I could lose a lot of my firepower really quickly. That is a genuine risk. But Warlock is going to have an amazing time over here with his spells, with how clumped they are. If I could do it right. And it doesn't want to tell me what level you are, too. So I'm left assuming. And I was wondering if I had another Globadier. Alright, spears, you go over here. I don't know how many units is actually over here. I did not pay that much attention because this was a city settlement engagement after all. So most of them should be up front here. And honestly, I need to move these guys back. Because why not? And then rattling gunners in should be okay. Although, not the most convenient spot. And you're concealed there, which is probably good enough for me. Let's see if we can actually improve on this dang strategy I've been trying to utilize. Trees there are not very good, but concealment... The concealment bombs could be good still. And actually, let me group these guys up. Not that it's going to be very impactful for this type of match. It is helpful. If only slightly.
Warpstone. Die, die. Warlock Gazelles.
You're not shooting? Okay, I was worried about that.
Warp cannon lighting. Kill, yes.
Nope,
Yes, yes.
let me back up.
Hulks up. Hulk
I don't want them
out.
moving, dang it. Not yet.
Attack charge. Die, things. Stab, stab. Stab. Rocket
Alright.
boom.
They're all in.
Yes. Ready.
Yeah, just shoot them down ideally.
Yes, kill.
If possible.
Yes, yes.
What is that shooting? Good God.
Rattling gun. Attack.
Yeah, get ready to start shooting over there because we pretty much dealt with these guys just about.
Ready now.
They're just not shooting.
Warlock Gazelles.
Elevation, again, is my bane of my existence, isn't it? Alright, just shoot them and obliterate these chariots some. Not a lot of units, though, to be fair, but
Okay. Yes, yes.
I want to make this overcast work, but
Sizzle and die.
nope, I did not account for that properly. And that's probably a bad shot, isn't it?
Well, yes, yes. Warlock moves. Guide us.
Come on, please, start shooting. I know I'm doing a terrible job controlling this, aren't I? As per usual.
Counselor's command. Die, die, die.
But you can engage them, the pump wagons.
What? Revive attack. Play core catapult. Snapper, go.
Now, let's actually use my spells.
Warlock Gazelles. Hasten up.
Up, orc boys, let's get them out of there.
Move.
Get the storm vermin to help.
Warlock Master. Charge
And where's my
now.
chieftain? Oh, he's in the fight right now.
Skaven. Yes, yes. Rattling gun. Warlock Gazelles.
Alright, get to safety if you could.
Sizzle die.
Death Frenzy should help a tiny bit there. Maybe probably a terrible idea, though, with that said.
Great case three.
Oh yeah, and I forgot this is also Azag, and he's got a bit of a mount.
Over here. Here.
Get back on the saps. We need that for Azag. Because you're a good target to shoot at.
Storm vermin. Back, back.
Everything's breaking, everything's broken. Azag's getting focused down.
Leonard Spear.
And get my war boss over here, or at least my
Submit to me.
warlock master, ideally.
Fight, fight. Agreed. Yes.
Azag's on the run. That scares him off for a bit.
Victory. Warp cannon lighting.
I want the Globadiers, not you guys.
Ready. Recollect. Agree, Rick.
And if possible, just slow and shoot them.
Warlock Master.
Enemy lore is dead, but Azag's still around. So it's not the one I want to kill. Just the one I've been crippling. And actually, this should work on you.
Unleash war pain.
Yeah, just obliterate him. For once I can actually use this friggin' spell. Victory's not good enough. Azag must die. Can I do that again? No, I can't because I don't have the spell on you.
We're ready.
Azag must die. We're gonna try and hit him with big siege weaponry. Although he is getting away, alas. Oh well, since it was a city siege, he should still be dead, but I don't feel happy about how sloppy that was on my end. I tunnel vision a little bit on attacking the left group. But it's nice to actually be able to use my root for a change, and then just pepper them with weapon fire. How many units did I end up losing in that fight, though? Which clan rats are fine. Losing them means I can just replace them now for some more storm vermin, which isn't really a negative. I lost one squad of clan rats. That is fine. Get ourselves more money. I would like to upgrade this. It's probably not worth it though. Let's see, Luckstone killed you in battle. You were getting all the favor, and magical resistance is kind of nice for you too. Queek is jealous of you right now there, Shife. Shife the first, I think. I'm not sure which came first. Shife the first or Shife the second. Either way, magical reserves is nice. We're gonna grab that, even though... Wait a minute, do I already have the spell? Or do I just have access to over... No, it unlocks the spell and then I'm able to also overcast it. It just seems like a game buffs to it already, as ridiculous as it may sound. But we'll get the magical reserve. Get that going. Enjoy our spell power there. And continue with your job there, which ideally is still I think really I just max out your combat stats altogether with all your levels, outside of a few unique ones, which I could have gotten one, I think. For all missile units, that would be nice, but I don't plan on keeping him in here for too much longer. But he's good to give me more spell options, I believe. So we'll go with standardized firing drill. I'm just going to need to find another alternative army he would be good with. Unless I can somehow get away with having 2 spellcasters in this army. I don't know how strategically sound that is, though. Or optimal rather, is probably the proper word I'm looking for. 35. You're doing good there. And Queek. Let's get you leveled up a bit, although you can't get storm vermin here. You can get storm vermin up north, which it begs the question, where does my border start? I think my border starts right here, which doesn't want to show the best. I'm just wondering how to start recruiting my units, ideally. Since I don't have the means to recruit down here yet. It's just right now being incredibly fortified. Maybe I should go all the way to Lamia. You have what I need. You basically have everything that I have unlocked currently. So another detour for another turn or two is probably not bad. Just so I can get a little bit of a discount and focus on my infrastructure as a bonus. And pretty soon we'll deal with the army down below. It's just a question who else joins them for that endeavor. And Khemri have been busy, good god, they're way up here now after they crushed all the orcs. I'm not against it, but I wasn't expecting it either. And I don't want to assault garrison, I just want to start finding targets of opportunity now. Ideally. Like that boss, I should have gone after him. Which is what my assassin here can do. And what do you do? You continue scouting around, because I think there's actually territory to be had here The Dragon Isles, I think they're called.
Big puddle.
But I don't think I'm going to go over here yet. I think you might have an important role helping out Queek, in all honesty. So, let's try and dock somewhere that doesn't involve tons of attrition damage. Is such a thing even possible? Because how the hell does the orcs get over here then? Because they attack Laborious, and I only had like one turn to prepare for that, so how come I can't disembark there unless... Huh, I don't know. I'm a little confused at the moment.
To land.
Alright, I do disembark, but I could do under tunnels, or crawl underground for that. And otherwise, this is as upgrade as it can be, which is good. And interesting. What's causing this to be concealed more? What the heck is the character bonus set? Is it from my assassin doing that? Or is it one of Clan Eshin's doing that? What character's making it harder to spot? I'm a little confused,
Kill when get chance.
if I'm completely honest.
Magic missile.
And there's no way I can find out, but I only know you have campaign skills. I am left in suspense, but let's continue trying to benefit off Kazakh Peak a bit. Since it looks like now I can sneak an upgrade in on here to get more income. As I think that was like almost maxed out before I saw it. And how about you? I hope the Khemri don't mind. I don't think they'll be the wiser, at the very least. And I'm getting a little bit... What am I actually getting from this settlement? Oh, it was just conquered, so I'm gonna have to demolish this for something that actually gives me money. Alright, that makes... I was wondering what was my thought process of having that structure there. And then, Khemri decided to ruin my plans a bit. Although it still could be profitable, but we'll worry about that when it actually is profitable. And not before. And what can I build for you? More money is always nice. I don't think I need more pits. And I might as well start with getting concealment going, so that way I can get bigger and better things here. And no, I'm not going to repair you. And that should be everyone that has moved.
Warlock of Skavenblight.
Yep, we look good. These turns are starting to get a little bit longer due to the fact I have so much vision, but Undercity discovered. Now, how the hell was it discovered? It doesn't even want to give me modifiers. Okay. So, was it really my structures that did that? Okay, I guess it sort of did. Maybe I should have paid a little bit more attention to that, maybe. But at least they're not privy to this other one. And well, does that hurt my relations with them at all is what I'm curious. Because I didn't really do actions against them. No, that's the... They're not really mad at me, at least, for that yet. But I am curious to see if they will try and remove it. I am curious what prompted that. I think maybe I tried building this. If I'm honest, and that may have backfired. Maybe. And let's see, I'm currently getting... How much income? 75% of their income. It's what it's looking like. So that's quite a notable amount. Maybe not so much here, from what it tells me, but still a notable amount. And otherwise, more food is always required. without a doubt. Food and flat income. But it also gives me percentage. Which I don't think... Yeah, this is maxed out as getting all the money you can basically get. So I don't think I want the percentage of their income here, ideally.
Warlord quick headache.
And Queek, how far can you go? You can get into the territory, and that should allow you to start recruiting. Finally. So, Skaven Slave 1, you're out. Good riddance. Goodbye.
Magic stink.
Census Bears, welcome back. And we can get ourselves a lot of Storm Vermin. Incredibly cheap Storm Vermin, wow. I cannot say no to that. Do we just go straight up all Storm Vermin army? In replacement? Well, not all Storm Vermin, but have a lot of Storm Vermin is what I mean to say. I do want some halberds, kind of for like large units too, especially for replacement of the spears. And with how cheap they are, I can't really say no to that. No, I did not mean to right click there.
Need more trophies, yes.
There.
Quick.
So 2 halberds. And then 2 storm vermin. What else do I want? Since it is an honest question of... I actually do like the Night Runners and Gun Runners quite a bit in this army. It's a question about Death Runners, though. And actually, do I have... I don't even have access to them here, do I? Nope, not from the looks of it. So I might have to do a global encampment for that. So we'll hang on to that for now, because I already got 4 range units. I don't want the Warp Lightning, though. And I do want a couple of Plague Monks as well, but I want the Census Bears, ideally. Ideally. So with that said, let me just scrap all the clan rats altogether, I guess. And have ourselves quite an interesting army. Incredibly cheap at that, too.
Now.
We are looking at 5 Storm Vermin, 2 Halberdiers, with the Council Guard as the 3rd, Doomflayers, Rat Ogres, and then the Wheels of Doom. And this maxes out Queek, and it's quite a notable upgrade at that. Unless I want... Can I even get another Doomflayer? Apparently I can't here. I don't have quite the tech just yet, I suppose, to get them. Yeah, you're not level 4, that explains it. That would explain that, and I don't want Rattling Gunners or anything like that yet. It's going to be some time until I get to growth 4. Alright.
Guide us, Horned One.
Okay, get in the settlement. Hopefully deal with this attrition damage. And I don't think I need to upgrade you at all. You're fine as you are for the time being. And you're going to serve a very important role with Queek. Actually, I kind of want to just sprint with you now that you're kind of out of the attrition zone. And I think I might leave it here once we finish up this turn. There's the boss. Let's kill you. Goodbye.
And good something to kill.
I like it. I love it. I don't know what's... I think my assassin just being in the area might be reducing the likeliness of being spotted. Maybe. I don't know if that's actually true or not, but let's continue upgrading these settlements.
Kill list.
Oh, and that's a brand new army.
Sneak.
I don't care about you yet, but you're a prime target to eliminate pretty damn soon. Once they get a couple turns to replenish, which might take a little bit of time. Ooh, Death Runners available for global recruitment. but I don't want him for his army. Only thing about that, I think I'm relatively happy with the army otherwise. It's just the awkwardness of the rattling gunners. I'm not a fan of. It takes 4 turns to get storm vermins, which I would like a couple more of them, but am I willing to wait? Well, I can only get 1 more to be fair too. Let's keep that in mind. And I will replace one of the clan rats. Well, actually I could buy one right now. Now that just begs the question, halberdiers or not? I think I need some monster killing potential. Or large killing potential, rather. And I think that is it there for that.
Master Engineer.
Everyone's moved. Queek is still kind of just recovering or just rallying back. But oh boy, what kind of army he'll have after the next turn. Only thing that could make this better would be to get a couple of plague monks, which I can move some of these storm vermin around to make room for the storm or the plague monks when I get the tier or get upgrade to that point. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I will see you next time.